Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a few mods on this $20 RC car. Kids played with it for a few years, got bored with it. It's not exactly the fastest RC car, but I mean it's 20 bucks. So I commandeered the car. It's not really being played with anymore. Decided I'd see if I could make it faster. First thing I did was try to figure out, weight reduction, which was pretty easy. Just take off this plastic shell. It has these LED headlights, so I had to remove those, and in the process had to unwire it. So in rewiring it back, I actually soldered the terminal here so that it's always on. It used to only lights used to only come on when you were depressing one of the buttons. So that was the first thing. And the car was actually, impressively, the car was a lot faster. Where it used to get stuck in certain places on certain thick carpets and things, now it just goes without a problem. The next thing was I noticed Maisto had a sort of like a template here. You'll notice that the shell here no longer fits on the chassis. That's because this was moved to this first position, so what I did is I extended it, essentially extending the wheelbase, and it improves the handling and the stability of the car when it turns, which is helpful because it's a lot faster now. But I wasn't satisfied with that, so what I've decided to do is go ahead and wire up some 9-volt batteries, and the idea is I'm going to make it hopefully twice as fast at least. So I went to Radio Shack, got some 9-volt battery leads and a couple 9-volt batteries, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wire these up. I spent $12, $11 and some change on all this, so we got a $20 RC car, and I probably could have gotten this stuff cheaper online, but this is kind of a spur of the moment thing. I'm bored, so I thought I'd play a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys how fast this is now, and then we'll see how fast it is when we upgrade it. Okay, we've got the RC car here without our upgrade. It is faster than it was when it had the plastic shell on it, but it's still really not that fast. I used a straw to prop up the antenna, so I have a little better reception. Let's see how fast this thing goes, or how fast it doesn't go. It used to not even be able to do donuts with the shell on. I'm not gonna lie, it's not exactly the most impressive. So I'm really hoping this mod with the batteries will make it faster so we can really romp around the house with this thing. All right, let's go ahead and check out how we're gonna mod this. Okay, I'm ready to rock and roll. I've got my solder and I've got my soldering iron. As a safety precaution, if you don't know what you're doing, get someone who does to help you. You could burn yourself very badly, or burn down the house, or destroy your project car if you don't know what you're doing. So it doesn't take a lot of skill to use one of these. It looks pretty easy, but I recommend having someone help you if you're not very experienced with it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this 2 of these 9-volt connectors from Radio Shack, and we're going to solder them to the positive and negative leads here. That's my negative and that's my positive. You can determine this just by looking at the battery, where the battery goes in. This side doesn't matter, that just creates the continuity for the batteries. This side right here is what is actually going right into the microboard here. So the easiest way to tell is just look. You can see down in here, see if I can get it to focus better. There you go. You can see where it says positive and negative, so it's pretty easy. Deductive reasoning will tell you which one's positive and which one's negative. You don't even need a multimeter or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this off camera just for the sake of my sanity and trying to focus on one thing at a time. So I'll be back here in just a minute to see how everything goes. Alright, got them soldered on, and as you can tell, it's not the prettiest, but as long as they're on there, it's all that matters. So I showed you a little bit ago how fast the car was, or how not fast it is. So I've got 2 on here now. Just to kind of give you another point of reference. Where'd the other battery go? What I'm going to do is show you guys in real time here how fast the wheels will spin. Okay, here's without any upgrade. All right, I'm gonna take one of these 9 volts here, plug it in. Let's see how fast it is with just one. You can tell a dramatic increase. Then let's try it with this next one, and notice the LED lights get brighter too. All right, so here's 2. Ooh. I think I've got a couple screws that I have to screw back in for the turn. I hope it's not gonna. Good Lord. Okay, let's see if I can mount these bad boys and then give it a test run. Okay, I've got the final product here, and it looks ridiculous, but I've got 2 9-volt batteries hooked up, wired into the board. The AA batteries that had been used previously, actually, I took out. At first, I was able to stash one of those 9-volt batteries in here. As you can see, I tore out the middle part there. However, the car is so fast with both 9-volt batteries that the back wheels, you couldn't control it, it just spins. So that's why the batteries are back here for weight. And actually, and oddly enough, having the 2 AA batteries in here took away from the power. I don't know why, but with both 9 volts hooked up in these, where they would normally go, the car was slower than with just the 2 9 volts. I also burned out one of the LEDs. I think that's what happened. So one of them works, and I've put it back together. But so here we go. We got, kind of looks like a Mad Max car or something like that. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a test run and see what you guys think. Okay, here we go. We got the car going, and let's see what it looks like. You can see the back of it bouncing around because while I have weight back there to hold down the back wheels, the wheels themselves, the rubber or whatever it's made out of, isn't sticky enough for the floor. Runs pretty quick on carpet too. You can hear it screaming. In fact, I'll show you real quick what it looks like on carpet. It doesn't care. Well, this is pretty fun. This is pretty cool, in my opinion. There you have it. It's how you jack up your $20 RC car for 12 bucks.